Ron
and Ralph.
Review. I'm Ron.
And I'm Ralph.
Today we're going to be reviewing Versus. Versus reminded me of that Suicide Pact we said we were going to do, Ralph.
I don't remember that.
You'll remember soon. So this movie's about a bunch of guys who run around the woods and shoot zombies and cut themselves up with swords. You know, people ask me why me and Ralph don't review Japanese flicks much. That's because I don't understand Japanese, dummy.
So these two guys escaped from prison because of the constant butthurt.
Well, that's just a daily occurrence in prison life. You sleep on your belly and you poop standing up. At first I thought this was a really interesting Thermite flick, and then it turned into The Matrix.
I don't see no nail. The voices in this dub make my penis hurt.
We gotta get going or we're in trouble.
Who cares about roadblocks? That's not our problem.
The movie made me really thirsty for tomato juice, but I couldn't really figure out why.
That guy's covered in it.
I feel like this movie had a lot of scenes with just people staring at each other and not really saying anything. I think my favorite scene of the movie was when the squirmy guy pulled out his gun and there was still a price tag on it. I could really relate to that sort of thing, because that happens to me a lot. It's really embarrassing when you're trying to rob a convenience store.
It's unprofessional is what it is. I like those two cops. They were upstanding cops. They should have a raise.
Bastards.
This movie also taught me never to call a police officer an officer, otherwise he's just gonna shoot you in the face.
Please don't call me officer.
I think my favorite scene of this movie was when he mismatched hands. Was it natural that I got a hard-on when they brought out the big gun?
Would be wrong if you didn't. The bad guy kinda reminds me of Frankie Muniz from the Cody Banks show, in that he made me want to shoot myself.
Sometimes I was kinda confused because I thought the bad guy was a vampire and that the good guy was Highlander, but I guess they weren't.
The hot Japanese chick was hot.
So as far as I can tell, that this princess regenerates every once in a while and her blood resurrects people from the dead. So I can kinda see why this guy would want this blood, because he lives forever and he needs blood to... Wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
The whole plot of the movie really confused me. Probably because I was drunk.
When are you ever not drunk?
When I'm huffing paint. I like it when that one guy goes crazy and stuff. It cracks me up.
Frogman was a really enjoyable character in this movie, and I hope to see him in other movies.
I love Frogman.
So Frankie Muniz shoots Highlander in the face, and that's probably the highlight of the movie because I seriously thought the movie was going to be over then, but no, I just kept going.
This movie sucks.
At the end of the movie, there's a big climactic fight against Frankie Muniz and Highlander, and for some reason, they're just staring at each other. I feel like they want to sword fight each other, and I don't mean with actual swords, I mean with their dicks. So then the hero rides off on a motorcycle, and then it just for some reason cuts into the future, and then the hero is immortal, and then the bad guy is the good guy, and then I got really, really confused, and then I remember that I was sleeping on my hand, so I gave myself a stranger. And the movie started to make a lot more sense after that.
I don't understand time.
I didn't know that the future would be filled with model buildings.
This movie made me want to vomit.
This movie made me want to eat your vomit just to vomit your vomit.
Gross.
I feel it's a perfectly natural reaction. In conclusion, don't watch the movie Versus. Instead, go watch Highlander 2, the Endgame.
Yeah, Highlander 2, the Endgame is the best movie of all time. Go watch it instead of this movie. Fuck this movie.
Make it die.